What's up, fam? I'm Kenique Jackson at School for Justice, and tonight I have a special edition that I need to address um, based off accusations and false allegations that has been made against me from Nina Mayberry. Um, as you all may have heard or seen, she has posted her videos, her lives of different pretty much allegations, like I said again, false, allegedly accusing me of crimes being committed towards her. Um, she's tried to slander my name, corrupt my character, and defame my name all across social media. So I am here tonight or this morning, whatever time it may be in your zone, to speak on my own behalf. I have the evidence, I have the proof, and I have the receipts for you all to show that this lady is lying and trying to corrupt my character and again slander my name uh, for whatever her cause or purpose may be. So I want to remind you all, because this has been going on all week long since this past Friday. She started off posting a live on me, basically started off with all these different statements and um, crazy accusations. Now, I want to go ahead and give you all kind of an ideal and a narrative of the story before we get started. So, I was a moderator on Nina's show that I worked for her. I was a subscriber, a follower as well, a supporter, and supported her cause and her channel. And we did get personally acquainted. You know, we was associated. We did outside business together, and we became friends. We built a friendship. And when she basically made a choice to not be personal or mix business with pleasure, um, once I found out about it, I made a choice to move forward, and I decided um, to focus on my own channel, to focus on my own business and things I had going on in my personal life. And, you know, in a nutshell, she at first, I didn't know she had blocked me. I had no clue. We had spoke earlier that morning, and I'm going to show you all the proof and the receipts. And I did send a love donation. Once I found out that she um, cut off all contact, I chose to move forward and no longer work for free for her, no longer support her cause, or even participate in her channel, period. You know, I decided to just move forward and focus on, handling my own personal affairs. Nina got mad about that. She got upset about it. And so if you can go back to last Friday when she first put on blast this live about, all these crazy statements she made on me. And at the time I was on the live, she wanted me to come on the live, and we had some words. I was in the chat section. We had some comments back and forth, some statements and words back and forth. This is what she was mad about, because I chose to move forward. You know, how can we do business and we don't communicate? It makes absolutely no sense to me. So in the meantime, I want to go ahead and give you all, that was a narrative of, or give you all an idea of what the hell is going on, and remind you and show you um the videos, of what she been posting and the content she been putting out there all week on me, uh non-stop, based off her allegations.
And I'm gonna share with you guys because y'all my family. Hi, family. And I'm gonna talk about China. Jackie Chan cousin. Mm-hmm. Me love you long time is telling everything. Me love you long time. Telling everything. Mm-hmm. Y'all know the other night I had an incident with one of my mods, right? And several of you keep saying, Nina, move on. Just stop talking about it. Right? You did, right? Well, guess what she did? Y'all telling me to move on, but when you're dealing with a nutcase, you can't move on. So y'all thought it was a game. I knew it was real. After I started going over all her messages, and I'm like, I wasn't even reading these messages. This girl is really crazy. Y'all know I had a case, right, over 50, protecting my daughter, a self-defense case. I'm an open book. I have nothing to lie about. So I'll share my story, my journey, because I'm real. I don't have no secrets. And this is why I tell my own story. This girl called my PO. She looked me up and called my PO, which I'm off paper next month on the 9th. I had non-contact probation for 24 months, 2 years, non-contact. I called every other month. So I actually only reported 12 times. So I'm like, what does she think was gonna happen? And my PO pretty much called me and laughed at it. She said, Nina, well, she said, Miss Mayberry. Miss Mayberry, I got a call from someone. I said, was this such and such Jackson? She said, yeah, how you know? I said, go ahead, tell me, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So she ran it down, said the girl called her and said I was stalking her, that I'm bothering her. Then she sounded cray cray because she said this. I was giving her money, trying to give her a car. I wanted to deliver washer and dryer to her house, and she refused, and she got mad, and that's when we fell out. So my PO said, you try to give her a car. You try to give her a washer and dryer. She got mad because you sent her money and told you to stop it. And who's talking who? So she knew something was wrong when she said that. Not only that, y'all, she called YouTube. She tried to get my channel canceled. She said I was threatening her. Did y'all hear me threaten her one time? Last I checked, she told me she was going to come to Michigan and do something to me. This is why I keep track records. I have so many messages of her telling me she loved me, and I'm telling her to stop it. That was weird. I don't like women. I don't have no desire for women. None, zero. She was pissing me off. I have several messages. She made fake phone numbers, 616 area code. She called me since this happened. This girl had to call me about 12 more times. And then Sunday, I answered. I said, hello? She said, hey, Nina, it's such and such. I ain't gonna say her name. I just want to apologize. Click. That's when she got mad and called my PO because she sees nothing happening. I deleted her off Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all 5 of my Facebook pages. She kept texting me, please let me be your Facebook friend. So for all of you that's saying, just let it go, y'all don't realize how serious this shit is. And come to find out, she's fighting a case right now. I thought when she told me this, it was old. She paid $10,000 for an attorney for powering a man. She's fighting a case right now. So I have to go downtown tomorrow, Grand Rapids, talk to the detectives and my attorney, and they gonna find out about her case where she is. And they gonna contact the prosecutor, and they gonna give the prosecutor my information and all my text messages. Because she said the man lied on her and attacked her when she wouldn't leave his girlfriend alone. Not to mention before that, it was a pastor and his wife. She wouldn't leave the first lady alone. So the pastor had to come out of his element and go off on her. Well, the guy she she shot him like 7 times, I think. She shot him like 7 times. So she's a felon. And she's told me she still carry her pawpaw around. They think that's gonna stop me. So for all of you to telling me to shut up talking about it, no, no, I'm not. Because if it ain't me, it's gonna be somebody else. Just like she left them alone and started messing with me. So people need to know who this woman is.
All right, y'all. I'm going to take it from there, or from here rather. And so, to go ahead and start with her accusations. First of all, I've never pow-powed anybody 7 times. I've never been on papers or probation in my life. If you're gonna give information on somebody, get your facts straight, Nina. Get your info straight. Now, I talked with Kim and I asked Kim to let you know to stop saying my name and slandering or making up false accusations and saying legal stuff, and you ain't got no receipts or documents or nothing to bag it up or prove what you're saying is a fact, or it can be taken civilly to a civil lawsuit, okay, to a civil manner. uh Legally I can sue your ass. So that's what I told Kim to discuss with you, so that you would move forward and let it go. And you went right back afterwards and did the exact same thing. She even asked you not to say my name again, and you said my last name. Also, I never said you were stalking me. I never mentioned no shit about I was getting you any items or washer and dryer or appliances or anything of that nature. And I never said that I was trying to get your channel deleted. Nina, you're delusional. I don't know where you're getting your facts from. I don't know if she over exaggerated, but I never told her that. If she could record the conversation, which I'm sure legally those conversations are recorded, go down there and ask her to listen to the conversations. Gladly listen to what I said to Kim. I never make those statements out of my mouth. Listen, ma'am, I'm a leader. I'm an adult. Um, I'm independent. I'm a young woman who's independent, who's successful. I have a career. I pay the cost to be the boss. And, thank God I have character that he has pruned me on. And again, I'm a leader. I've never asked you to be my mentor. If anything, Nina, I was your mentor. I tried to help guide you into making right decisions, to be rationally minded, to change your inner space in the company that you're keeping. Okay? With all the problems back to back to back that you were having, with people with different agendas. And I didn't reflect that back on me, saying, oh, it's me and I'm the answer. No, I was telling you, you have to do something different in order to get a different result. Sometimes it means changing your environment or changing your company that you keep. The Bible even says bad company corrupts good character. These are things that you should know. Okay, you sit back, you have a platform, you say you want to, you're an advocate and a speaker, a mentor for the young people, but you have to carry yourself accordingly. I also tried to share the gospel with you, Nina. You don't even know what the gospel is. How can you get up there and teach about the word and the Bible and you don't even know what the good news is? Back to addressing your claims. So I'm gonna kind of go all the way to the people that's watching and for the platform, kind of give them an idea in the context of the narrative from the very beginning. We've been talking, me and her was acquainted for a minute, and this is back in January. Okay, let me tone that lightning down so you all can see a little bit more clearly. You can see a little more clearer. This is Nina Mayberry. Okay, this is back in January. Starting off with Summer, Texas. I asked her GM, did you get your Cash App yesterday? She said, yes, thank you so much. It's been hard. Being sick is what she meant to say right there. That was a typo. And YouTube playing with my channel, with our channels. Shaking my head. I said, good. Just getting off work. Have Shopify account set up. Got 30% off discount on the tickets and hotels for the trip. is medicine working for you? You sound much better. So let me explain that. We had was planning on doing a trip for her followers and YouTubers. She had discussed it with me, and she want me to help moderate that because I do have some relatives that's work in the traveling industry, and had to hook up on it in a nutshell. And so that's what that was referring to. Okay, and so to continue along, um, she says, "Oh my God, Nina Mayberry. Oh my God, really? Okay, thank you. We can talk Sunday afternoon. I have Shopify started. Like I said, had one before. I know how to do it. It's just two times. It's just too consuming. Too time consuming. It's just too time consuming. I'm gonna show you the one I started. I responded. All right. Sunday sounds good. We just upload your products. I told her take it easy. Um, Need you to heal up. Then I said I was. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting this a little out. And I say, let me tone my lightning down. I think it's just a tad too bright. All right. All right. I said, all right, Sunday sounds good. We just upload your products, take it easy, need you to heal up. You don't make me come to Grand Rapids to take care of you. I was at work when you came on earlier. Sorry, I couldn't mod like you needed me to. She said, thank you so much for all you do. I have been so sick, shaking my head, but God is a healer. I said, say, touch me, Lord. He will do it. Stay warm. We got to take care of ourselves. Relax your mind. Stress can cause illness. If you remember, I promise to support you in your cause every week. Your peace comes first. And I did ask her, what would you like in your basket? Valentine's was coming up. She said, oh, for real? Give me a knockoff Louis Vuitton bag. They not that much at the flea markets. I want a bucket bag. I said, okay, small size or big, what's your favorite color? She said, big one, the original brown and tan one. She said, one of these. She said, one of these. Nina Mayberry. She sends me the picture of the Louis Vuitton bag that she consistently shows off. That's the bag that I gave her. She asked me for it. I mean, that's what she liked. So, I was glad to bless her and give her what she liked. All right. And she says, I'm thinking about, oh, I said, okay, sweetie. Then I, say you filed for bankruptcy to clear off judgment on your record, chapter 7. You don't have to pay anything back. You can start all over. So, I was talking to her about at that time, she was working on clearing up her credit and moving. She was working on getting her a spot at the time. And she said, I'm thinking about paying someone to fix it if they can get it off first. And I told her I got a friend. I got a friend who does it and so forth. And we conversating, and then she shows me, said, what you have for dinner, and she sends me a picture. She said she can't eat nothing but fruit at the time. She wasn't feeling well, and she told me give my homie her info. And I asked her about seafood. She was talking about seafood, and she said she liked salmon, shrimp, and fish. And I responded to that. Alrighty, so then I'm gonna continue to let you all listen, and I have more receipts for you. So that was, when we, like I said, we had conversations and we was acquainted, and she never gave me the impression that I said anything disrespectful to her, out of the way, or inappropriate. So hell, I'm trying to figure it out like y'all. Like, what is this lady talking about? She sounds ludicrous. All right. And I will continue. Give me just 1 second here to share my screen. And I'm going to bam.
That's part of YouTube. So what the hell you mean I'm a user when that's part of YouTube when we ask people to support our channel? Using what? That little money you gave me, girl, do you know I can get that from any dude in my city? Do you know I can get that right? I can call a dude right now and get all my bills paid right now. Why do you think I was in a car, Kanique? Why do you think I get my testimony that I was living in a car? Because I don't use people. Do you think I had to be in a car? I done told you I have 99 problems, but a Negro, not one. Any woman on here can get her bills paid. It ain't hard for a woman to get nothing. So what are you talking about? I use you. Boy, hey Stephanie. She says she needs to sit down somewhere. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. Capricorn girl. Need to move in silence. No, you can't move in silence when people is stalking you. Shit, that's why a lot of people dead right now because they're moving in silence, Capricorn. Hey, Emma. Nina, I'm going to say I do what you got to do to protect yourself and your family. Yes. All clear, Stephanie. Diamond. Nina, you got to stop going back and forth with her. This is my first time doing it, Diamond, because she wouldn't stop. That's why I had to do it. This is my first time getting on here saying anything about her like this because she won't stop. How I lead you on, girl? I never told you I like no damn woman. You sound absolutely ignorant. Oh my God. She said you did that anyway, leading me on. What? This girl is sick. Sick, sick, sick. Oh my God. You sick in the head.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you. If I can get my screen right, hold up. Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to get a full screen. Just real quick here. While I can get a full screen, I know I stopped. I think I need to, this equipment is extra. Like I said, I'm getting the feel of this equipment real quick. And so, let me see. I'm trying to get myself just back on a full screen is what I'm working on. I had it just a minute ago. Back to the stage, but I'm trying to figure out what we're doing different here. All right. Solo layout. I wonder what that means. All right, bam. Here I go. Now, so here's the text message where she says, okay, I'm gonna try to block this part out best as I can. but enough for you all to see here. Call me Wednesday, and everybody can see Grand Rapids 616 number. All right, there's Nina. All right, now I'm gonna continue to show. All right, this right here was after this text that she sends me. Uh, if I can find it real quick, because there's a lot to skim through, you know. But this right here was what she sent me pertaining to let me see, I bypassed it. Uh through a Zelle I sent. Okay. And right here. Just give me just a second. Just a second. Right on it. Alright. But you just have to skim through a lot. I don't know why that thing tripping like that. Alright, well here's one. What she says right here. Well, I'll just show you this right quick in the meantime. So I text her, feeling any better? You okay? If you're still sick, I understand. Trying to send Zelle to you. Did print on demand come? Did it come through? She said, why not cash out? And the vehicle I wanted, but I want to buy it so it won't be no problems. Just need a couple of months to get situated because I have to get all new furniture. And she said, can I pay to have it shipped to me? And I said, she said, I'm still working on um, print on demand, ship on demand. And she was saying she got to get the camera and the PC or so and so forth. And she said, yeah, I'm still sick, but the show must go on. Okay, then I responded back to her. And I said, yeah, I can do the Cash App. And I was telling her that. Hold up. Uh, Cash App me and send you your YouTube channel if you like. And that was me giving the support and the donation and stuff like that, right? And then she basically said, where we're at. No, not the app because it takes 30 days to get it off the app. It's okay, do it whenever. There she goes. She texts Aljanine Mayberry, P.O. Box 7311 Grand Rapids. Nina is fine too. You have the vehicle now. How soon can I get it? All right. I told her in the morning I was going to shoot the Cash App through. And I was telling her, she was saying she wanted me to show her how to see about getting a dealer license. That's what I do for a living. And I was telling her how much about the dealer license and so forth, and the little deal and stuff I had got. And she was saying it was dangerous to fly, for me to fly down there at that time. And we was conversating so forth. All right, but it's one in particular that I am pulling up for you. Just give me just a second, because there's a lot to skim through, and I hadn't been through here in a while, you know. But receipts don't lie. The truth will always prevail. Trust and believe me. And just the little conversations I showed you is nothing said out the way. And if she felt that something was said out the way, Nina, you're supposed to be a woman and discuss that with me. You're supposed to talk to me about it. You just making up some strong allegations. Do you not realize these are strong allegations that you're making up on the top of your head? That um you know, you're trying to embarrass me, but you the one getting put on blast. Like, what's your point? You know, it doesn't take all that to move forward. I'm a logical thinker. You know, I understand you're emotional. I understand you're sensitive. I'm a logical thinker. I just look for solutions and answers and get straight to the point. You know, straight shooter. And it doesn't take all that. If you chose to listen to your moderators or not moderators, but your mentors or advisors, then you know, and I chose to move forward and work on some other things or what I got going on in my personal life, that should have been the end of it. You know, I mean, just move forward. Like, what's up with all of this? And the only thing I expressed to you were, you know, be an adult, be a woman. And if there's anything that you need to say to me, be a woman and say it to me. That's what that statement meant when I said say it to my face. That just meant be a woman and say what you need to say to me. You know, we conversate like we've been doing. But the live, that's being messy. That's being dramatic. The people on the live can't answer for me. They don't know me. Hell, I don't know them. So what point was you trying to prove? Nina, you get up there and you talk and run your mouth, but that's all you doing is running your mouth. You're I'm showing proof. I'm showing facts. I have receipts. And that's what you should do if you want to make allegations against someone, because otherwise you're putting yourself in jeopardy legally. Okay, you want to bring the law into it. First of all, that's a lawsuit and filing a claim off the top. So you talk about being a critical thinker. I advise you to take your own advice. All right, I'm going to show this. This is I got it. It's coming up right here because I remember the timing. Give me just 1 second. All right. And let's see here. Here it goes. All righty. Here it goes. All right, I'm gonna start right here because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But this says, Nina. This is from Nina. She says to me, hold on if I can get the. All right. I just took my bill money and bought some small two-piece set and still have to get my baby girl car fixed 600 in the morning. Plus I have to buy 3 mattresses, 2 queen and king for my room. That money will help me. That money will help me. I did want that 1900 set, but I just spent 1,000 on a small, little cute set. Just have something. Oh my God. Let me kind of go back just a tad so y'all know what the hell going on. Uh, hold on. So what it was, I had just sent her $2,100. Okay, I had the receipts I can pull that up to, and uh, she was like, "Oh my God, you tripping, girl? Please don't get in a bind. Blessing me, a girl. Wow." God about to open so many doors for you, baby girl. Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm just seeing it. Wow, wow. All All right, so then that's when what I just said just a few minutes ago, as we're texting, right? And I told her a more convenient way, and then I respond, "It's okay, Nina. Hold up, I can spare it. I can send this 1300, and it's more Friday." I said, "Check Zelle. Try to set it up. It's much easier for you." Uh, and I was asking, "You just getting home? You out and about?" She said, "Save it. I prefer to get the car. I really need a car bad if you can do it. If not, I understand. So don't go out your way." And she said she'll do a car note if she had to. She said, "You got me over here crying, and you just don't know how much you have blessed me. I was really in a bind because I had to pay 3,600 for this place to move in, and YouTube did me bad this month with my money. They've been taking half of my money, so I'm about to go find a job. If it don't pick up, I have to pay 1,800 a month just for rent. That's not including food and utilities. I have to grind hard. That's why I'm thinking about flipping cars. So mind you, I'm a car dealer. And yes, I was able to share that information with her, or I can help her with that. And she said that she had thought about selling cars herself, but I never heard her speak about it. But I was able to share that info. Um, let's continue. Let's continue. Right here at the bottom, she says, "Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing you can't afford to do. I'm not the kind of person. I don't use people. Please don't go out your way trying to help me. I love you, baby girl, like my little sister. You family now. Oh my God, I am blown away." She said, "You have my kids calling you TT." So this is the kind of bond we had built and connected, okay? The Lord blessed me to be able to be a blessing to others. Now, so far, we have witnessed, I have never said anything to this lady out the way. Nothing derogatory, nothing sexual, nothing inappropriate. First of all, I'm grown and I have respect. I have self respect. I respect myself first and I respect others. Okay? So that's not my character. And Nina, you know damn well it ain't. I have never spoken to you like that. You jump on the lives and talk about how your exes and Robert and uh, John and whoever else you got up in your dough um, come in there begging you for some sugar, and he working on your house and he fixing the closet and mounting TVs and all this. Sean can't give you $5. And so it's like you took out on me what these dudes doing to you. I've never talked to you like that. I have respect for you. That's right. I am was your sister in Christ. Okay? And you sit back and told the lies on me that I said, asking, "Can I be your sister?" No, you asked me that and I'm finna prove it. You said that we were sisters for life. And it's evident that you lied. All for what? Because I chose to not work for you for free? Because you said that your advisor said to not be personal with anybody? Well, fine. If you allow somebody else to dictate you, to make choices for you, and I thought you was grown, I thought you were an adult. But if you felt that was your decision, then that's your business. Okay? That you got every right to do that. And I have a right to make my choice. And I did. So why is you turning that into crimes and allegations and strong accusations? You can't rape the willing. I didn't force you to talk to me. You gave me your number. I didn't force you to get acquainted with me. Nina, you sound stupid and ridiculous, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But one thing about Kenique, I'm going to prove what I'm saying is truth. I am the truth. I represent truth and I stand for truth. My channel is School for Justice. I'm here to get justice for anybody that's being mistreated for any purpose or cause. Shall I continue? In the meantime, let's go ahead and check out some more of her ridiculous accusations. You all see at this point that the proof is in the pudding. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second to figure this thing out.
My sister girl scarf because I'm in the midst of redoing my hair. And I had to tell somebody off this morning. So I had to get on here with my scarf on, my sister soldier scarf. This is my Madam C.J. Walker scarf. Okay. So please be patient with me. I got my grandbaby. You might hear me in the back. But Miss Marjorie W. I ain't gonna say your last name. Marjorie W. You know who you are. I have this another person constantly on my channel running her mouth. Now, before I read her, because I'm about to read your ass, let me say this. I am so glad that sometimes I'm right. Let me tell you what I mean. Come on in, girl. Let me tell you what I mean. If you go back on.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here, and I do have can show you this. So this at this point we're in give me a, well, I'm trying to find the date. So this is like February the 9th. If you can see, this is back in February. All right. Okay. Nina says to me, you know Victoria's Secret is my favorite. Love spell or pure seduction. Yes, I love Stella Rose too. I responded, I want to. I choose to for you. Was wondering if your throat any better, okay? Get one of those, scents. That's an old picture of purse. So I sends the picture of the purse. Wait a minute, I can't read what I said. Hold up. Okay, get one of those scents. Yeah. Alright, that's what I said. Yep. And she said, you really don't need to send nothing else. Says you have blessed me so much. Thank you. Okay. And so I sent her a picture. All right. And then she says, send me that table, LOL. I see that mic will show you beyond. You know, we just conversating. That's what we did. I responded back to her. Oh, hold up. I was trying to send her the link to one of my shows, my lives, or whatever I did. She was saying she didn't get the link and stuff. All right, we just conversating, you know, talked about a little business here and there. All right, so nothing inappropriate or out the way, okay? But she told me what she likes. Victoria's Secret and Love Spell, you know, and that's just the kind of person I am. But it got weird. It got strange. Well, if that's how you felt, Nina, be a woman and tell me that. I'm not a mind reader. You know, evidently you was enjoying my company. You know, it speaks for itself. All right. So, you know, you looking like the fool, like real talk. And you too old for this. You know, seem like you would have learned your lesson by now. Look at the shit you got yourself in today. Got maced for running to trouble when you need to learn how to avoid trouble. And got maced. Like Nina, you place yourself in positions. You said that boy stole your phone. Okay? Because he got mad because you wouldn't give him none. Because he in there doing work for you. And he, or whatever, he says you using him or whatever the case may be. You place yourself in that position. Same thing with that boy Sean. Can't give you $5. You on the live begging for him for money, and when you asked him to leave, he wouldn't. Then when he eased out the door on his bicycle to go to the store, you throw his stuff out and lock the door. You place yourself in that position. I mean, I was telling you to surround yourself around good company and good peoples. That was an advice I was giving you, just looking out and with, hope that you knew better than that by now. You know, here's some more. I'm gonna share with you all real quick, and then I'm gonna zoom on up to recent, all the way up until last week. Let's see. Trying to find. This is February 10th, so this is still way back in February. All right. And Nina says, I just found the pics is nice. I was explaining what all I had did to the vehicle. Oil change, tires, rotors rotated, and whatever else I had going on. Alright. Getting it in condition. And Nina's responding, wow, wow. God keeps sending me angels. I must be doing something right, Lord. Girl, you just don't know how you've helped me. That doesn't sound like to me. I told you, first of all, I never said I love you. You said you love me. And what I just showed you, now show what I said I loved you first. And even if I did, show what you said it was inappropriate. I was saying it, asking you to be my woman or go out with me or in a relationship with me. And you told me over and over again to stop saying you love me. You a damn lie. Because first of all, I never talked to you like that. And you know damn well I didn't, Nina. Show one time where I asked you to be my woman, where I asked you to go out with me, where I asked for a relationship. Your mind was in the gutter, not mine's. All right. Now, let me explain what happened last Friday night. On the live Friday night, when she got the text message in the chat, and we were going back and forth because I was saying, Nina, you love drama. You being messy. You did exactly what I asked you not to do, trying to be intentionally disrespectful. And you call yourself trying to embarrass me, but you was the one crying in the end because you know you wrong. Please make it make sense. Please make this make sense, Nina. It doesn't. Because any woman with class, any lady with class, if you have an issue with somebody, you straighten that out one on one. You get an understanding. You say understanding the best policy. You say that, but I can't tell. So, and get some straightening and be done with it. Look, I done been in situations in my life where, you make it clear if you set boundaries with somebody, they get the picture and that's that. But first of all, there were no boundaries to set with me. I'd never come at you like that. That's what it's all in your head, like I said, Nina. Now, was I a friend? Yes. Everything I did from my heart, sincerely. Did I care about you? Yes. Was I a strong number one fan and supporter? Yes. But why is you taking this way out of context? That lets me know where your mind at. Who you trying to convince? Because one thing about Kanique, ain't no shame in my game. All right. On the live last Friday night, when we was commenting back and forth, and it popped up, I'm pulling up. So what happened? Well, I text and it looked like I text to Nina, I'm pulling up. And so she took that as I'm on my way up there. I was trying to show a screenshot, this screenshot right here, I'm finna share with you all. That I was trying to show a screenshot of our conversations and our text messages responding to what she was saying, her statements right then on the live. Okay. So that's how that got misconstrued. That was an accident. Okay. Um, you know, I got my own dough to go to. And I'm not, if I'm not invited, I'm not going. I don't roll like that. That's not my character. Um The times me and Nina discussed it, I was welcome to do that. And we had arrangements and plans as well. And she fairly knew, very well knew about me coming, at the time when I was going to come, um, or at the time when we had discussed that. Okay. Uh, Boom. This is February. It's still February. So here it is. And I said, I'm coming down next weekend. She said, Nina replies, what day? And she said, look like you got a fresh cut. I respond, Saturday afternoon. Your haircut, call you when I'm pulling up. So this is the text y'all accidentally seen. I was trying to share the screenshot with y'all while she was on the live talking about I'm stalking her. She done told me repeated amount of times. Stop telling her I love her and no we'll never have any dealings and all this old nonsense. Hell, I don't even know what the hell Nina talking about. I'm trying to figure it out just as much as you all are. I guarantee you that. So this was the screenshot, and I just didn't get it up in the chat in the live, right? That you all seen where it says I'm right there where it says I'm pulling up. Where is it at? Oh yeah, call me. I'll call you when I'm pulling up. She said you're leaving ATL. You're leaving ATL on Saturday. When are you flying back? Okay, and then we conversated. I was like, yeah, get there Sunday evening. Blah 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 blah. Delta Airlines. Blah 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 blah. All right. So, um, that was like I said a miscross up. How you? I just want to clarify. That was a miscross up in that text because if you notice that night, and if she go Nina, you go back and or whoever go back and look at the chat when me and her uh uh commenting back and forth, everything I said during that night at that time when Nina was you was doing your live was in caps, all cap letters. But when you got this about I'm pulling up, it was in small letters. So I was just trying to send a screenshot, that's all, and it didn't go through clearly. So I want to definitely clarify that, okay? I want to clarify that. So I want to skip all the way until how she quote unquote blocks me and tell me that, she didn't want any more dealings with me or um and I wouldn't accept no for an answer. So I want to definitely just skip all the way up until basically last week. All right. Give me just 1 second. Matter of fact, in the meantime, go ahead and continue listening to these outrageous accusations.
Go to few of my videos. You will see how I state that black women are the biggest black woman hater. I made a video about how bad black women hurt other black women. Y'all want to say black men and Karen and all that hurt us? No, black women are the biggest haters on black women. And I'm about sick of it. I'm so glad that God gave me a voice. I'm so glad that God gave me a platform. Excuse how I'm looking this morning, y'all. This is my sister soldier scarf on today because I feel like a sister soldier this morning. I'm speaking for every black woman who ever been hurt by a black woman today. I mean, it's non-stop. Every time I turn around, it's a black woman fighting on the streets. They fighting over a man. They fighting over their kids. They checking principles. They getting on people podcasts, not just mine, talking about what the next black woman did. Miss Marjorie W. got on my channel and said, I'm a user, and she tired of my boring ass stories. But your boring ass on here listening to my boring ass stories, that means your boring, sorry ass don't have nothing else to do. And you don't understand, you're an idiot. Let me tell you why you're an idiot, Marjorie. Because every time you open your mouth, every time you log in on somebody's podcast, you put cha-ching in their pocket, baby girl. So you paying somebody you don't even like. So 9 times 10, you paying a man too. Trick. So let me tell you, the only reason why I read women is when women overstep their boundaries. All my life, y'all. And I know I look like Sally Mae suited this morning. I look like my mama this morning. So I feel like my mama. I told you my mama was a little touched. So today I feel like Frankie. So I'm gonna talk like Frankie today. All my life, I had to fight with this because I didn't want nobody scratching on my face. Everything I did, a black girl didn't like it. No matter how positive it was. When I was younger, I was into music. I used to sing. I told you I ran around with New Edition. Yeah, Margie, I'm telling another boring ass story for your boring ass. Anyway, I had girls in high school that didn't like me because I was being me. I didn't want to hang out with them. I didn't want to sleep with boys. I didn't want to be fast because my mother would let me. If I wanted to, she wouldn't let me. So I always was an introvert. I was considered weird. I thought I was stuck up. I think I'm better than everybody. Came from a black girl. White girls didn't treat me like that. Men didn't treat me like that. It's always the black woman. How many of you have had issues with black women as black? I can guarantee you, you didn't have more issues with a black woman, ladies, than any other person. But y'all always want to fall victim. I'm so sick of black men. No, it's the black woman. 9 times out of 10, the black woman that get cheated on. The black woman that get cheated on 9 times out of 10, y'all. I have my grandbaby. She done slept with another black woman's man. And he gave her the same medicine he gave her, the other black woman. 9 times out of 10, when you see these black women fighting, they fighting over a black man. So for all of you to say black men ain't shit, who the hell they cheating with? They cheating with a no shit ass black woman. But see, y'all can't be real today. See, if I'm nothing else, I'm real, Marjorie. That's the part you left out. She trying to take up for old girl who's stalking me. That's what she trying to do. And both of y'all can go to the pit of hell. The girl called me 4 times yesterday and text me 5 right in front of the police. Since you want to take up for a crazy person, you know what I'm saying? She just hung herself. I sat there and let her talk so they can hear her. Since you want to take up for somebody.
All right, y'all. So Nina Mayberry, you don't make these allegations on me saying I called you 4 times the other day. This was Friday night, last Friday night, and you said uh, I hadn't talked to you since I think the last time. Well, I got it in my phone. I got the date right here. Okay, um, stalking you. I've never fucking met you. That sounds insane. Okay, here is again our conversation so I can show the proof that this woman is mental and need to go lay up under somebody's sofa. Up under the sofa. Nina, you need some therapy. You need Jesus, some healing and freedom of your mind. I've never met you. You gave me your number. I have the proof in the pudding. I've already showed that. Now here, this is April the 4th. Excuse me, April the 3rd. But it's gonna go down to the 4th. Give me just 1 second. And let me push this up, y'all. April the 3rd, Thursday, April the 3rd. Okay. Now, Nina says, in that other video that I just upped and sent her some money, and when she sent it to me, she blocked me. That I had been telling her I love her, and she kept telling me stop talking to her like that or inappropriately, or I was trying to insinuate or pursue a relationship with her or whatever the hell she trying to say. And that she took, I just upped and sent her some money, and when she took it, she blocked me. Well, this is the day that I sent her the money. And well, actually, it's a couple of days before because she knew it was coming. We had a conversation about it was coming, that I was going to send her something, like I normally did. I was a supporter of her channel and of her. Now, you buying purses, or me getting, you wanting purses and you wanting Victoria's Secrets and jewelry or whatever your favorite perfume and all that is not supporting your channel. That's personal. Me depositing funds into your bank account is not supporting your channel. That's personal. The perfume and jewelry and all that, that's personal. That's what you wanted. That's what you like. Why you keep showing it and rubbing it all out on blast on live, and you saying, well, if that's the case, you calling me a stalker. Well, why would you want to have anything to do with me or anything that I gave you? Because I did that for you. You say a woman can't do shit for you. A woman, this woman got you things. This woman supported you. This woman purchased you a vehicle. This woman supported your cause. This woman worked for you for free. This woman was a leader to you, a mentor to you, and a friend to tried to be a friend to you. That's what this woman did for you. And if a man is all your answer and you was born and made for a man, then where he at? How come he didn't help you move in your place? I helped you with that. And I can show the receipts of the $2,100 Zelle that help you move in. Where was he at to help you get your furniture in now? To help you with your rent and bills. You say you're not a user, Nina. Well, what the GoFundMe for? You said the other day on your video, I'm no longer going to ask for any donations. What is the GoFundMe for? And at the end of the GoFundMe, you mentioned your living expenses. Do you not know what a GoFundMe is for and the purpose of it? It is for emergencies only, emergency purposes only. Death, illness, sicknesses, things of that nature. Not for people's personal use or living expenses or their rent and bills to be paid. The world don't owe you nothing. We're not obligated to take care of you and see about your rent and your bills. Now, if someone choose to do it, and that's what I did. And what I did, I gladly say I did it. I did it from my heart. You the one bringing it up, and you trying to twist my motive and my narrative of why I did it. And if I never said that to you, if you can't show the receipts in the conversation that that was the cause of me doing that, then you are making false accusations and lies. And you talking about drawing in law enforcement. What crime has been committed? Please tell me, Nina, what crime has been committed? All you doing is digging yourself in a deeper ditch. And you talking about attorneys and lawyers. That's why Kim addressed you. That's why she was supposed to bring to your attention. Now, Kim was supposed to bring to your attention that attorneys are definitely involved. It definitely has become legal. And you're going to have a fat ass lawsuit on you, and I'm going to win. I'm going to tag your ass up. Because number one, I have the evidence. My proof is in the pudding. Where's yours? You just running your mouth, Nina. And it's proving you telling lies. All right. This is April the 3rd. When she knew the Zelle was coming. We had a conversation about it. I let her know. All right. I say to Nina, probably 1 to 1,500 down, because this was on the card. Let me kind of bag up just a tad. I sent Nina a video. I sent her a video of a vehicle and some deals I had got on at auction. And, responded. We discussed that. We had a little conversation about it. She said she couldn't really hear what I was saying, but she could see her Mercedes. What was I saying about it? And then I told her my phone was tripping a little bit, and I was just basically saying the year, make, model, and mileage and so forth. We conversated a little bit about that. She asked me again what was the year, making, mileage, and the price. She said, do you get it in vehicles around 6K, something I can pay off fast? And I told her what it was. And then I asked her what are the cars you may be interested in. Nina says Malibu, SUVs, Lincoln, Mercedes vehicles. My favorite is an Audi. Her favorite dream car is an Audi Q9, and she do like the Hummer H2s too. SUVs with the special roof in it. The param rim roof is what she's saying. Moon roof. Oh my God, I love those. I'm going to get one. Trust me. And then she said, how much do I have to pay down? For the vehicle, how much would the note be or so forth. So then I go into like probably 1K to 1,500 I have to, get you approved to see. And I said, I think Malibu's, I was giving her some prices. Now, check this out right here. They'll tomorrow for sure. Got things cleared up with my bank. And I said, not coming empty handed. She says, I have to see, because I asked her, when can I come? She said, maybe in a few weeks. Well, I said, maybe in a few weeks or something like that. She said, I have to see if I'm free. I've been babysitting for Gina, and then I will be in Chicago soon. So I have to let you know. I said, okay, let you know when Zelle hits. Nina replies, okay, this is Thursday, April the 3rd. She made this video last Friday, which was, I believe, the April the 10th, I think. I think it was today is the 19th. April the 11th. April the 11th, yep. Last Friday when she made that live. Y'all go back and look at the video. It was on Friday, April the 11th, was last Friday. All right. So this was another video I had sent her of me at work, and sent her some, cars and stuff like that. I was trying to help Nina, with transportation, because I'm in a position to do so. I'm blessed to do that. It's a blessing to be able to help others. And I make that choice. And she said, I like it. That's beautiful. So what's wrong with it? And she said, I really can't afford any more bills right now. Told her nothing was wrong with it. It's a buyback from the manufacturer. Has a 12,000 mile 1 year warranty on that part. Blah, 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 blah. And we talked about the live. I told her your sound went out on the live earlier. And she said, I know. She said, I know, messing around with Sonny. LOL, shaking my head. I said, the baby a handful, Mr. Busybody, just Sonny, her grandbaby. Okay. So y'all know it's Nina Mayberry. And then she says, girl, he walking and walking and want to stop talking. Won't stop talking. I said, oh, he ready now. It's on and popping. I said, he love to talk, just like his grandma. She said, yes, LOL. And I told her to get him some little booties before he started walking. He was like, trying to walk. And I said, the baby booties, they help him to just go on off to the races and start talking. And then we kept on talking. So my point is, she knew that the Zelle was coming. Let's continue to check the dates. And then this is the minimum is 600 for a used set. Beds or texting a good mattress is 800 and up. I would get some with my taxes. That's without the bedroom set. Just the mattress start over is crazy possible, but God will provide. I explained to her why I knew you was gonna say that. I share with you because I'm blessed to and have it, and you are dear to me. And let me check my account. It might be here now, if not tomorrow, plus refund on the way too. So we just talking business and so forth. And hold on. This is the same day. I'm just trying to pull up the date. Let's see. I wish I could. Nina says, oh shit, hang on. I have a lot going on in my life, really staying focused. Plus, I have my grandson daily. I said, okay, we work on that later. You look pretty today. We still got Shopify account. If we need we'll use it. I said, miss you though, as my Facebook friend, because she had already cut me off Facebook. At that time, I knew about Facebook. All right, and then we continued talking, and Nina says this right here to me. I'm trying to pull up the date because it's a lot. If you see me scrolling, I'm scrolling. It's just a lot. I don't want to, it's a whole lot. But because we conversated, That's not a crime. And I didn't force you to talk with me. And from what I've showed, I've never said anything out the way. And if you felt that way, what women do that's mature, that's stable, that's, in the Lord and want to treat people the way they want to be treated, they will have that conversation with them. Um, it's a lot, okay? So let me get down to the bottom real quick, real quick. This is Saturday, April the 5th. This is the day she blocks me, y'all. I just jumped down to the point, to the get to the point. Saturday, April the 5th. I said, check your Zelle. Your phone's still not going through. Love, let me know you got it. She said, oh, thank you so much. Yes, I did receive it. Okay, now this is what was going on. Let me go back just a tad. Nina phone had been tripping, is what she said. So she said, but her phone, when you couldn't really get through to her. I'm trying to find out where I tell her that. Let me just let y'all read this real fast as well. Dealing with a sick grandbaby. I said, okay, honey, it's late. Good night. That was late. And then she said, okay, I get it. Trust and believe I'm a true sister. Friend, okay, as long as we stay in that zone, we good. You have a big giving heart. You just need some real friends in your life. I would never ever put you in a compromising position. Trust and believe me, whenever you allow me, you completely safe. Good night, baby. Girl, have a good day at work. And I text back the emojis. All right. This was okay. Then we go into April the 4th. And I said, I tried to call. Nina said I was running around and my phone been acting crazy. So when I tried to call her, it would go straight to the voicemail. Okay. This had been going on for a couple of days. All right. Then I texted her again this next morning. And now when I said, check out the Zelle, we had already discussed the Zelle. I showed y'all that she knew it was coming a few days before that. All right. And then that's when she said she received it. I said, okay, love, make sure you don't have me on route to voicemail because I've accidentally done that. Sometimes you can accidentally, the phone's being sensitive, hit the wrong button or the route button, and it's not ringing, routing you to voicemail. And then I said it keep going. Here you go. I said voicemail in your contacts. Your phone keeps going straight to voicemail when I call. Sorry about the wait. She said my phone is doing that. She said my phone is doing that itself. Just text, and whenever I'm available, I will call you back. This was April the 5th. I said, okay, busy at work. I get off at 8. Send you some more cards here shortly. Have a blessed day. Then I said, try turning your phone off, then back on. I'll try calling tonight. April the 5th, Saturday, April the 5th. You all got the receipts and the proof in the pudding. And that same day, I sent her the Zelle. Okay, I have the receipts on that too. I mean, and once I sent her the Zelle, um, and the phone was going straight to the voice box, and we were texting, so her blocking me never crossed my mind. But come to find out, she blocked me that day. That's how Nina did this. And she said, I kept telling her I was in love with her. I wanted her, some sexual comments or things. I was making to her statements or propositioning her, trying to proposition her. Nina, you are ridiculous. You sick in the head. I showed the receipts. I want to refer to something that you make too, pertaining to uh, the scriptures in the Bible. You says the statement says about judgment, and we are supposed to judge each other. Well, I'm gonna tell you what Jesus Christ says. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Jesus Christ says this. The Lord says about judging people. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. Okay? Hold up. Let me pull up the whole context. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Uh, Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, King James Version. 1 through. Here it is. All right, here you go. We can read it. It's pretty small print. But it does say, Matthew chapter 7, verse 1, judge not that you be not judged. For what judgment, for with what judgment ye judge, you shall be judged. And with what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. So basically, it says, judge not that you be not judged. For what you judge with, you will be judged. What you judge out, you will be judged with. And what measure you judge people, it will be measured unto you. It's God's job to judge people, not yours. People need to learn to stay in their lane. And overall, the context of the gospel is the good news, Nina. You said, show you in the word where you having a relationship with the Lord is the way to salvation. It's from the beginning to the end of the Bible. If you know the word, David was the God after man's own heart. Abraham, this is from the beginning, from the Old Testament, was in right standing with God. Noah was longed and had companionship with the Lord. Enoch walked with God. Then you go off into the New Covenant or the New Testament. Paul met the Lord on the road to Damascus and knew him. John was in love with the Lord. Peter was his right man hand who stood for the Lord, that it would even say he would die for him until the ends of the earth. Read the stories and the narrative and the context. And Jesus says, in him we have life. In him we live, move, and have our being. In him means a relationship. Learn the context. I will advise that you need to be under good leadership and you need a good shepherd in your life. You know, it's good to go to church is to uplift and to edify, which we are the church. You know, that's just a building. That's not where my salvation lies. But you need a good leadership, spiritual good shepherd, a leader in your life, and to study to show yourself approved. You cannot get up here on the platform and teach error. You will be held accountable for that. Can the blind lead the blind? No. And so when the Lord places people in your path and send people your way to help lead you, to help guide you and teach you, you don't want to receive it. So that's your choice. You choose to not know truth. You choose to be in darkness. You know? So Nina, you need to mature, you need to grow spiritually, number one. Okay, I'm telling you that. And that's my duty to share the word. That's my duty. And trying to scandalize my character, it won't work. It will not work. And one thing about me, I prove that everything I said about you and the situation or your allegations, I prove my point to be true. And it's not about my point, it's about the truth. I just showed the receipts to everybody. To everybody. Okay? So I just want to come on here, clarify myself, um, and just get to the bottom of this. Just get to the bottom of it at the end of the day. And you know, you place in a position of leadership on a platform or you have social media is global wide, people from all over the world, and you got to stop being closed minded. You got to know how to relate to people from different walks of life, with different backgrounds, different cultures. You can't be closed minded and narrow minded. You got to learn to be unbiased to reach people. Okay, you have to possess those qualities to succeed in this area. Okay, because it's not going to work. Being narrow-minded, being closed-minded, it's just not going to work. And learn to make better choices and better judgment and decisions. You could have, just like what happened today, and you're out there maced and going through drama and all this and all that. A lot of times you place yourself in certain positions and you can't blame the world for your choices. I didn't force you to communicate or get acquainted with me. No one forced you to make the decision you did today. You know, you all, it's everybody's fault but your own. But guess what? We all got to be held accountable for our actions. That's what adults do. That's grown folks' business. So I just wanted to come out here. I clarified myself. You know what I'm saying? You, anybody who's more than welcome can reach me on School for Justice. At my channel, I focus on the judicial system, even the little political issues, and stand up for justice, equality, and facts. So anyone is welcome to join me when I do come on. I would love and be glad to have you. All right, thanks you all for watching and for sharing. And with that, I pass. You know what I'm saying? With that, I share, and with that, I definitely pass. And I pray that you all have a blessed day. And I'm good, and the truth always prevail. All right, Miss Nina Mayberry. I guess this is what you wanted, but I went ahead and got to the bottom of it and got some straightening. And until next time, everybody be good, be easy, take care, and salute. Peace.